see how it goes. Hello.
Live from
Hi.
New York. I've always wanted to say that. It is Shannon and Fadra. Stinger is here for you.
That's right. So we are live from New York Comic Con, and we've been here for 3 days now. This is our last day. We're going to go home soon, but we want to tell you guys what we've seen, what we've done, and some really exciting stuff that's coming up.
So this is our swan song, right? We got here Thursday morning, and so it's a little loud right now. You're not going to see all the craziness of New York Comic Con because we're actually in what they call the press lounge, and by lounge I mean folding tables and folding chairs. And a water cooler.
Yeah, if you think it's glamorous with
yeah.
a press badge, it's really not.
Yeah, I mean, this part looks cool because you can be like, oh, we're press. All this really does is
nobody cares.
It gets you admission to, it's basically a full con pass. But the other great thing, so once we get here, we can explore and attend panels just like anybody else. We have to wait in line just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Hopefully some of you have seen that we might have run into a few celebrities. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yes.
And we also have, when you register as press, you get notifications from a lot of PR people about new shows that are coming out, about press events that they're having. So we got the chance to go sort of behind the scenes and do some roundtable interviews with some celebrities.
And that was really fun.
Yeah,
I was super nervous. I hadn't done it before, but it was really relaxed,
We're
really
the
chill,
celebrities, yes.
really fun. And actually, we had way better questions than like most of the people that were sitting at the table. I don't know. I'm just going to throw that out.
I don't know what this symbol means, but I'm going to yeah, that's right, we did. But when I do that, it gives me that double chin. Okay. All right. So we're actually getting ready to leave. Comic-Con still goes on tomorrow, but we're pretty much done.
Yes.
We're,
Pretty tired.
We're not the youngsters.
We're a little old.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So,
it's okay.
Anyway, we got here on Thursday. Let's talk about
Thursday.
do we want to do it by day or by event? So let's talk about the panels we went to first.
Okay.
So couple TV shows. The first panel I went to was called Tell Me a Story.
Tell Me a Story.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
So it's on CBS All Access. And it's not a show that I've seen because I am not paying for any more streaming networks. But now I'm like, but maybe.
Yeah.
So because CBS All Access has Twilight Zone, it has
all the Star Trek stuff,
all the new Star Trek stuff that's coming out.
Yes.
So anyway,
I may have to cough up some change for a couple months.
Yeah. So Tell Me a Story is basically season 2 is coming out, and it is sort of like a dark retelling of fairy tales. It's kind of like Once Upon a Time, if you ever watched that show, except dark, where it modernizes the characters and it weaves them in and out of each other's storylines. So this season they're focusing on 3 different princesses. They're doing Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Beauty and the Beast, except Beast is played by a girl and Beauty is a guy.
Yeah,
well.
So
anyway,
they have to do that these days.
Some cool celebrities there. I did post some pictures, Carrie Ann Moss and other people.
Paul Wesley from The Vampire Diaries,
There you go.
and Ika Darville from Jessica Jones. Very excited.
She's better with
Like
these
those
modern
guys.
celebs. I know Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix. So, okay, what panel was there? You went to a panel. You were supposed to see Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is going to be in, so I don't think we should talk about that because I don't know enough about it.
Okay.
He was going to be here for some new show that he's in, but we had to leave before that because I had to go to a photo op.
Okay,
So,
all right.
But the next panel interview that we went to, we both went to the, oh no, wait, I think first you went to...
You went to something for Evil. What was Evil?
Okay. Are we talking about the press interviews?
No, we're
Or
just talking about
anything?
panels,
Oh,
the
okay.
public
I was
panels
trying
that
to
we
do-
went to.
Okay,
No,
yes.
not yet.
Evil, this is a show on CBS, I believe. I think it's CBS, and it stars Mike Coulter, who was Luke Cage in the Marvel Netflix shows. This show is amazing. I've already talked about this a little bit on social media. It's about a priest. Mike Coulter plays a priest in training, and he teams up with a psychologist, so kind of a skeptic, and a guy who's like, he's like a contractor, but he's got many skills. And the 3 of them are investigating, I don't want to say paranormal occurrences, but things like demonic possession, church mysteries is really what you might call
So basically,
it.
a show
Miracles,
I won't watch.
Ghosts, things like that. So
Scary stuff.
there's already 2 episodes out. You can see them just on regular TV. You don't need CBS All Access. This is a regular show that's on the network, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's fascinating the way they weave religion, and one of the things they addressed in the panel is that there aren't many shows that can effectively talk about religion these days, and this is one that does.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess most of the other panels that we went to, we also did some press stuff for. So we did Daybreak, Castle Rock, and Lost in Space. So we want to talk about those 3 real quick. So Daybreak is a new show that's dropping on Netflix. Do you remember when?
I think it was October 23rd. It's right before.
Yeah.
Right
so
before.
October. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out this month.
Okay.
Let's keep
Are
going.
we, are we still going?
We're still going.
We're going to keep going.
We're here for you.
Let's hope it works.
It says it's still coming and going. All right. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Even if it's bad, don't worry. We're gonna do this on our podcast.
The sun is coming down in my eyes now.
I know. So Daybreak.
It's
a post-apocalyptic teen dramedy. There we go. I just wrapped it up for you.
Yeah, and they kind of explain it as Mad Max
meets Ferris Bueller
meets Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
This is an interesting show. Now, as usual, Phaedra and I don't agree. She liked it. I was kind of like, and this is my kind of show.
Right.
But I just thought it was a little goofy, and they kind of
a little too much in your face. They were trying too hard.
They break the wall, and I don't know, the narration and something about it didn't sit with me. But I'll watch another episode.
I liked it. We also saw. What else?
Castle Rock.
Well, we didn't see any teaser for that one yet. Well, we saw a teaser. Let's talk about that in a second.
Well, we saw a little bit of Lost in Space.
Lost in Space. We saw a teaser for Lost in Space.
They didn't show a whole episode. But
Yeah.
We saw some clips.
Watchmen.
Some clips.
Talk about Watchmen.
Oh gosh. Okay, I don't even know if I can talk about this show because, first of all, I don't know anything about the comic book Watchmen, and whoever out there may know, I would probably butcher an explanation. But this new series is on HBO. High production. It looks amazing. I saw the first episode, and it is intense, insane, beautiful, shocking twists. A lot happening in the first episode. Regina King stars in this show, and I was not sure about her in this kind of like kick-ass vigilante role, but she impressed the hell out of me. She was really fantastic.
The trailer's out. I think it looks good in the trailer.
I think it's going to be an incredible show. And for those of you who do know the story of the Watchmen or the comics, the graphic novels rather, they weren't comics, they were graphic novels. This new series isn't a retelling or a prequel or a sequel. What they said is it's an alternate reality of what might have happened if they continued the story of the graphic novels like 30 years in the future. So a really cool, I think, a cool take on the story of the Watchmen.
Okay. Let's talk celebrities. Okay? So when you are here at Comic-Con, if you want a celebrity experience, you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just how it is. And if you are not the kind of person if you're like, I would never pay to meet a celebrity, that's fine.
It's fine. No judgment.
No judgment, and you don't judge us. Tell us who you met, Shannon.
I met Tom Hiddleston, the Loki, the amazing,
the trickster.
He's tall, he's handsome, he has great hair,
How's
and
he smell?
Smells good. I always smell them.
That's Shannon's pro tip.
This is something I learned from one of my son's friend, Abby. She would always say, "How's he smell?" And I was like, "What?" So now, every time I go up to a celebrity, you say hello, and I kind of like breathe out, and when you hug them or when you're near them, you take a big, deep breath in. And he smells clean. He smells very clean. There was no cologne. I didn't sense any cologne on Tom Hiddleston. But yeah, my daughter and I did a really cute photo op where we kind of made a Tom sandwich.
It's on our Instagram.
Him. It is all over social media. So, and who did you meet?
I finally met Sean Astin, which I've also put on social media. So he and I are the same age. Don't Google it. So I feel like I've grown up with him. I'm a huge fan of the Goonies. I never saw Rudy. I did see Lord of the Rings, and of course Bob from Stranger Things. So, and he was his line was so long and he was so late and everything was quick, but he was super sweet. And I got to take a picture. I love it. I'm so happy. He was much cheaper than Tom Hiddleston.
Oh yeah,
I will say
I mean
that.
it's insane. It's insane. But let's not talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about.
We didn't talk about Castle Rock, and that is probably my.
We're going to talk about that next.
number one.
All right, so
experience.
Now we're going to talk about. We got to do some what they call roundtable interviews. So they do invite members of the press to, I guess, express interest in covering a specific show where you get to, it's a small room, you get to meet the cast, they put you at a round table, the cast rotates from table to table to table, and you just ask them questions.
And the producers and showrunners are sometimes there, so you usually get 2 people at a time, and they rotate. You have about 10 minutes to talk to them.
And so most of them were audio only, so we will include them in our upcoming podcast. But we did get to shoot some video. So let me talk first. The first one I went to was Daybreak, which I already mentioned. And I got to talk to the cast. They were very fun, very energetic. And I got to meet Matthew Broderick. I mean, he was literally sitting next.
We didn't even say he was in it when we talked about it.
I thought I did. No,
I did. I don't remember us saying his name.
So I was sitting right next to him, and this guy who's another journalist, and I'm like, I'm sitting next to Matthew Broderick, and he's like, I know, I wanted to sit in that seat.
He stole his seat.
So anyway, you want to be cool around the celebrities, and as soon as it was done, I saw a couple people taking a picture with him, so I was like, would you mind? Could we? And he's like, of course.
Yeah.
So
and most of them are really sweet. Like
very
they
nice.
appreciate
Yes.
if you fangirl respectfully.
Yes.
They appreciate it.
Yes.
I mean, they want to know that what they're doing makes people happy.
Yes.
So.
And then Shannon and I both attended the roundtable interviews for Castle Rock. So we did not get to meet Tim Robbins because he basically went in and said, hi, I got other more important things to do, and he left. But we did get to meet.
All right, don't judge Tim Robbins. We don't know his situation.
I'm judging a little
It's
bit.
okay.
Maybe he had to go to the bathroom really bad. I don't know.
But he did 2 tables, and unfortunately, he didn't get to ours. So.
Yeah, but we did get to meet Lizzie Kaplan and Elsie Fisher. I got a selfie with Elsie Fisher. Did you get one?
I got a selfie with Lizzie Kaplan because my daughter's a huge fan of hers. If you don't know Lizzie, she played Janice in Mean Girls, so way back when. And we talked a little bit about how, even my daughter now loves Mean Girls, so it's kind of a multi-generational thing, and how all of this retelling of the Stephen King stories, in a different way, of course, which is what Castle Rock is kind of bringing in a new generation of Stephen King fans.
Yes. So we're super excited. We already talked about when it drops, right? October 24th.
I think.
One of those days. So we're very excited about that because I love Misery. And then the one we just got out of is we got to meet the cast of Lost in Space. You guys remember this show? It dropped on Netflix in April of 2018, and then we were like, is that show ever coming back? Well, they told us today it drops December 24th. So it's going to be a Robinson family Christmas this year. So, sorry, we got to see a couple of extended clips from it. Shannon was like, oh yeah, and I'm like, yes. So I'm really excited about it. I will say, honestly, out of everybody we talked to, they were my favorite cast to interview. They were just super nice and fun, and I got to meet Parker Posey, so...
And I got a picture of her asking a question, which we will post. Yeah. So,
legit.
I mean,
legit.
I like Lost in Space. It wasn't like one of my favorite shows, but it was fun. I am most excited about The Watchmen and Castle Rock. That's me.
I'm excited every time I come here or whatever it is that they're talking about. That's what I'm excited about. So anyway,
the whole experience of being at a con, it definitely is infectious. It will get you excited about almost anything. Really.
Like I want to dress up like Pokemon now or something crazy.
And we didn't talk about cosplay. I actually experienced my first cosplay. Yesterday I dressed up as June from The Handmaid's Tale. Or I guess I could have been any handmaid.
She was a handmaid.
I was a handmaid, yes. I got this amazing costume, and I will tell you guys, I was absolutely terrified walking out of the hotel room. I thought I was going to throw up. But once you get out and a woman just outside the hotel asked to take my picture and asked if we were filming here. she thought I was an actress, you know.
I'm so sure.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it's weird to see someone like that. Like, why would you think, like, why else would you be wearing that?
I do have to say that our hotel is in New Jersey, but, you know, we were like right by the ferry. So I guess maybe because we weren't in the city, this woman didn't realize Comic-Con was happening. But, you know, as soon as that happened, and as soon as, of course, I got into the
people took
the
their
show
picture.
floor and everyone else is dressed up, all the fears go away. But I'm going to write about my experience, definitely, because it was very fun.
I would love to do it, just probably not when I'm interviewing celebrities, because I think they would be like, because they always look so good and polished, and you don't want to be like
that
in
would
a
be
pink
weird.
wig
Right,
or whatever.
Right. I didn't have any celebrity panels
But
the day I dressed up.
Yeah, we've been posting a lot of cosplay pictures.
People are so creative.
Yes, so many good costumes. So if you have any questions about that, let us know. But we're going to wrap it up because she's heading back to Jersey. I'm heading down south to Maryland.
You have a long drive.
I got a long drive, but we just wanted to share the experience while we were actually here.
Right.
We're going to be talking about these shows. We're going to be writing about these shows, so stay tuned. But we just wanted to give you our firsthand experience here at New York Comic Con. So we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.